Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the DC X or Cross Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know why it became X. That was a thing like, I don't know, 10 years ago. I still don't get it. Whatever. Crossover, I guess. These are from Jakks Pacific. Is it Jakks Pacific? Yeah, it is. I'm reviewing this for two reasons, and I'm not reviewing it. I mean, that it's going to sound weird if I say it that way. Okay, the reason I'm reviewing this is because so many people, said that this was like the best Batman figure in a long time, and it came in a Jakks Pacific 2-pack with a Sonic figure, and like, what the heck? How did that happen? And then also I thought, okay, well, I'll give it to my kid afterwards. I don't review kids' toys, which is why I'm not reviewing the new Mattel line of figures until they put out the adult ones. I don't care about kids' toys. It's not something I want to own in my collection. I don't need that, and I'm not going to review it just because it's trendy and everybody's saying, oh, it's the best thing ever because it's $12. They're not adult collectibles. Yeah, I'm sure they're nice for $12, but I just don't care, and that's not what I'm... Why do we don't need to review $12 figures? Anyway, this is going to go to my kid afterwards, so I thought, what the heck, I'll review it since everybody said it's so good. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. Let me actually adjust the camera a little bit. It's the wrong height. There we go. Close enough. Alright, nice artwork there. That's a cool combo. Shadow and Batman, you can't beat that. But yeah, nice little fun packaging, no problem there. Horrible posing for Batman, what the heck? Shadow can't really pose, so he looks okay. Then you get this as a nice crossover here. These make sense. It's a fun thing. I like the idea of the crossover thing. I wish they were larger figures that were a little bit nicer, but that's not what they're going for. These are clearly kids' toys. I don't know what you guys are talking about. All you guys who are collecting kids' toys, and I don't want to hear Marvel Legends or kids' toys. They're not. They just look like it. They are made of characters nobody knows about. They are too expensive, and they have Build-A-Figures and things like that. Hasbro's even said kids aren't buying them. Those aren't kids' toys. They just look like it. These are kids' toys and look like it. So I don't know why you guys are all up in a tizzy about all these kids' toys lately, but we're going to review it. So here he is. These are in stock at Big Bad Toy Store, by the way. There's all kinds of different characters. So if this is your thing, hey, knock yourself out. I'm just saying I don't review kids' toys, typically speaking, and I don't quite get the appeal, but here we go. All right, so he stands about 13 centimeters at the top of his head, not counting his ears. That's going to make him about 5 and... I don't know, 3/16. And then Shadow here, extra small. It's supposed to be a 2.5-inch figure. He is just about, not counting some of his plume. So the top of his ears is about 2.5. So a little bit extra for the hair or quills, whatever they are on these cartoon hedgehogs. I don't know. So that's going to be just under 6.5 centimeters. So yeah, they are very small. You know, they are not replacing anybody's Batman figures. I don't know what you guys are talking about. You're crazy. There he is up against Darwin. So clearly not in any scale that any of the adult collectibles are in. I guess it's close. No, he's even too tall for 3 3/4. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. Okay, so this is going to be a quicker review than normal. Aesthetically, they're pretty nice. Batman has paint applications throughout. More paint applications than most Marvel Legends figures. They're not very well applied. They're not very well conceived, but they are there. They're basically just gray lines. You could probably achieve about as much with a Sharpie. They're not even lined up very well, but they are there. The Bat logo is nice. The eyes are clean enough. Like, it is perfectly good for what it is. The purple on the inside of the cape, it's clean. The cape is glossy. I guess that could be intentional. For what it is, it looks really nice. The line work is definitely clean enough, and it looks like what it's supposed to. Same thing for Shadow. It's not like a premium figure, but what's there does look good. He doesn't have shading, but he does obviously have more paint throughout, and it's clean. The ears are probably the worst part, but the face is nice, and the gray spots are nice. Yeah, for a cheap little figure, for a kid's toy, these are primo. I'm not going to do ratings. They look good. The sculpt on Shadow looks really nice. Sculpt on Batman, he's a little hunchy looking. And because they did the shoulder joints that everybody's so all about these days, his chest looks weird. His pecs are tiny. I mean, they're like meaty, but they're very narrow, very strange. His chest is almost the same size as his abs. But otherwise, he looks good for this little scale. It's a good-looking sculpt. It's a little stylized, which I think we need more of. We need fewer comic book characters that look like cosplayers and more that look like comic book characters. So I'm all for this sculpt other than the weird chest and the hunch. And I think you could fix the hunch if you fix the chest. It's actually not that far off from what it should look like. If you straighten his head out a little bit, Yeah, it's not bad at all for a little kid's toy. And it's loaded with POA. So no accessories. So let's talk about the articulation. We'll do Shadow first. You can move his head around a little bit. His arms, obviously, just a swivel and a hinge. And then same thing for the legs. He's not posing in any real way. Just a little bit. My 4-year-old will probably get bored of it. So adults, I'm guessing these are not going to keep your interest for very long. But it's fine. All right, and then for Batman, he actually has like the full spread of articulation you would expect from an adult collectible. It's not great, but it's there. So we have the Marvel Legends style neck because it's a fitting type of neck joint for a figure like this. It's a shame Hasbro still uses it for adult collectors. But we have the hinge, we have the rotation, that's fine. The shoulders have the McFarlane style, Storm collectible style ball peg with the cap. You get nothing out of it, but it's there. The shoulder hinge itself works just fine, even though the cape is draped over. You can still raise his arm up enough. You're going to get your rotation other than the cape being in the way, but it flexes enough, so you can definitely move his arm around. The tolerances aren't great. Like I said, these are not fancy figures in any sort of way, other than for the price point and for what you would expect them to be. They're kind of fancy, but they are not like good tolerance type figures. You get your bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, pinless, by the way. Hasbro collectors, you need to buy these now. These are the best figures ever. They're pinless. Pinless tech. Oh my gosh, you have to buy it. Maybe that's why. Oh goodness, pinless tech. It's not a new thing. It doesn't even make a difference. Like, yes, it looks better, but who cares? You see all the other, whatever. I'm not going to get into the pinless argument again. The wrists, they're on swivel hinges, so maybe that's it. Maybe the lack of a ball hinge will do some people in. It does have a diaphragm joint and a ball peg down here. Hasbro hasn't even figured out how to implement that. They didn't do a very good job with it. They did a McFarlane style job to where the joints don't move very much. But they are there, and they are the right type of joints. If you wanted to take this apart, you could probably trim some plastic and make it work. For the hips, we get full-on splits, just about. No nuggets or anything. Hasbro's getting, what is the phrase, mogged? Is that what they say these days? Hasbro's getting logged by a Jakks Pacific 4-inch tall figure. Oh, Hasbro Marvel Legends team, I should say, not all Hasbro. The legs go reasonably far forward. They go back a little bit. The peg in there feels like PVC, though, because it flexes, and it's kind of sloppy. It's not a drop down, it just flexes. So be careful with that. You get a thigh swivel, double jointed knee for perfectly functional range. Not a bad looking knee by any standards. Again, pinless. The lower legs are a little bit long, but whatever. You get a boot swivel hidden just underneath the top of the boot, so you don't see it too much, and it does help because the ankle, which has good range going back and good range going forward, the ankle rocker is steep as heck, so you need that swivel to make that work. The cape is unfortunately not soft goods, guys. For what this is, it's nice. It is not an adult collectible. It's not replacing any adult collectible, guys. Whoever's saying that, whoever's telling me these things, you need to knock it off. It's great for what it is. My kid will love it. I have zero use for a floppy gummy mess like a Hasbro Marvel Legends figure in a smaller, cheaper scale. It's just not something I need. But yes, I do agree. It is a nice sculpt. It's one of the best looking, like silhouette-wise, concept-wise Batman figures that we've seen in a very long time. And I guess Shadow too. So yeah, it's great for what it is. It is not in any way a premium adult collectible or just even standard. It's a low quality collectible that's maybe punching above its weight class a little bit in terms of paint and stuff, but it's not something that's particularly nice. So let me know what you guys think about this sort of thing in the comment section below, and I'll be done there. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, and if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day, and thousands already on the channel, so make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.